to us. But before we go any further, how are you, gentlemen? You both well?
I'm great. I'm great. My club doing serious business this summer, so I'm excited for next season. Let's go.
Yeah, everything is good. Everything is great. I turned out to be right at the end.
No, you did not.
I did turn out to be right.
I literally turned out to be right. Here we go. I'm gonna get gaslit now. Here we go.
You know
Both of these
exactly what
guys.
happened.
10 out of 10 gaslighters. Here we
Hang
go.
on. So Mo, just in case people didn't watch last week, when you say you were right, can you specify what you were right about for the audience, please?
I literally said that Newcastle will pull away from the deal of Ekitike and Liverpool will sign Ekitike. And Liverpool will pay higher than what Newcastle offered. And Newcastle just took them 24 hours and they pushed Liverpool to spend 90 million on Ekitike. And that's what happened exactly. And now Liverpool are back for Isak. That is something that we all know, but literally what happened. Verbatim, by the way. I literally said verbatim.
No, that's not verbatim what happened because Liverpool actually paid less than Newcastle.
You literally paid 90 million euros.
I'm gonna get to you because I actually saw the report about it. But I can't find it right now. I wish you said that's what you think you're right about. But anyway, I can't find it. But I saw the report about it. I'm sure Terry saw it as well. Liverpool actually paid less than what Newcastle offered. The last Newcastle offer that got rejected, Liverpool paid less than that. It was reported by someone literally 2 days ago, Mo. And anyway, the point is, the reason why I was right all along is because I said they won't coexist at the same club. And you both were arguing about it. Terry agreed with me at the end, but you were the one that were just arguing about it for no reason.
When I say I agree with you, I mean, they could both end up at Liverpool, couldn't they?
I don't think so. I'm consistent. I don't think they both can end up at the same club. I was just being gaslit that someone like Ekitike is going to sit on the bench at Newcastle. Total bullshit. So
maybe for 1 year.
Just to
no, he won't even do it for a year.
Before we move on,
the ones that are linked with now are more like realistic.
Yeah.
You know, like what's it called? Wissa. Like if you tell me Wissa is gonna sit on the bench for Isak, I'd say yeah. He sat on the bench anyway at Brentford, so that's realistic.
Okay, just to clarify, Newcastle offered a total package of 80 million euros. Liverpool total package was 95 million euros. This is just clarified news from the New York Times.
I can literally go get it right now.
I'm reading the New York. Okay, when we need to get with the show, I'm reading the New York Times right in front of me. It is 80 million euros total package that got rejected. Liverpool offered 80 million euros fixed fees plus 15 million euros in add-ons. 10 easy, 5 tough add-ons. So basically,
so what you're basically telling the Football Terrace community, Mo, is that Husam just sat here and lied to us.
He literally did. Right. It's right in New York Times.
I know the tweet
right
that I'm talking about.
That's haram, bruv. That's haram, bruv. That's not on.
I know the tweet that I'm talking about.
No, but forget the money, guys. Terry, do you remember when he said that Liverpool might call out their bluff and actually let Newcastle do? And I said verbatim that Newcastle will walk away from the deal within 24 hours and they will leave the floor to Liverpool for one reason or the other, right? It's literally what happened. Newcastle walked away from the deal. And Terry, you and me got into a discussion about will Newcastle actually chase? Will it go to a bidding war? No, it didn't. Ekitike didn't. Like it did. It took 24 hours for Newcastle to say, well, Liverpool, take your man and we'll keep our man. But now, freaking Isak is kicking a fuss.
I can't find the tweet, but I know I read it literally 2 days ago. It was incredible. It was a credible journalist that put it out. But anyway, regardless, that wasn't my main point of the argument.
Was it a Liverpool journalist or was it a neutral?
The point is, I knew I'm going to get gaslit. They're not going to exist.
Jurgen Klopp, weren't it? But it was
that was the main argument last week.
Jurgen Klopp said it, didn't he?
Doesn't matter. The price tag is not what it's
Sam,
about.
I said
that they won't coexist at the same club, and that's
Sam. Gaslighting is when I tell you that Liverpool are great and they're not great.
That wasn't the main
Arsenal
argument.
Are great.
We didn't argue about the money last week.
Okay, good.
Can't change the argument.
You won. Husam, what do you want me to say? Husam,
yeah, but you're too
egotistical
to admit when you're wrong.
Husam, when
you're too egotistical to admit that you're wrong. I've admitted that I'm wrong before. I literally admitted when I'm wrong after the Arsenal Madrid game. I admitted I was wrong about so many different things. I admitted I was wrong about Chelsea and Maresca. Terry will tell you this. Like, I've admitted I'm wrong about so many things, but your pride and ego won't allow you to say.
You haven't even said anything. You haven't said
what was I wrong about. Club. No, end of discussion. I'm right.
Okay, good. Move on.
Yes, thank you.
Khalid said I don't know what to do.
By the way, I think they can coexist at your club. I just don't think they can coexist at Newcastle. And I think there's a fundamental difference. And
Fair enough.
I was talking to Cal about this earlier on today, and the player's name who stands out in my mind as the case in point is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And I say that because being the second choice at Liverpool, who are challenging for titles, that genuinely can win the Champions League every year, in a club, by the way, that's going to aim to play 60 games a season, where you're going to start a lot, you're always coming on from the bench, you're going to start quite a few games as well, like I mentioned. I think it's more attractive than being on the bench at Newcastle. Being on the bench to begin with at Liverpool and doing that for a few years, I don't think until maybe, let's say in 3 years' time, Isak's still the number one guy, no waning in his powers, and Ekitike is also amazing. There might be a point where you have to sell him at that stage for big money. But I think it lasts maximum 1 year at a club like Newcastle. I think at a club like Liverpool, you could get 3 years or so out of it, depending on the amount of game time he gets, because you're just that much bigger, you're that much more attractive. The view and the feeling is very, very different. So I get what you said about Newcastle fans won't like hearing that, but it's the truth. For me, I can't in all good conscience compare Newcastle and Liverpool and say it's the same situation, the same thing.
Ekitike won't be a bench player, so
yeah. But there is a world where in Isak, there's a world, literally, I kept reading articles and articles yesterday. The Isak literally is asking for 300k. Newcastle offered him 150k. The problem with this case is that the only club that has a spot for him are Liverpool. Arsenal signed Eucharist. Bayern Munich have Harry Kane. Real Madrid have Mbappe and Vinny. Barcelona don't have the money to spend. He's not going Man United. He's not going City because they have Haaland. There's only one club that is willing to offer him the money, which is Liverpool. Now people want to talk about, Liverpool spend a lot of money. Well, Liverpool haven't spent any money last season.
I didn't make it up. I just checked the source. Here it is. TalkSport is the source of the stuff that I said. Exclusive. Liverpool. I know. I saw what happened. But anyway, Liverpool's accepted guaranteed offer for Hugo Ekitike is less than Newcastle's rejected one. That's the headline. So I don't mix up. Big up to Jerry.
Can we go back to the point that we were talking about the transfers?
Yeah,
or we're just gonna خلاص يا حسام خلاص. Like seriously, it's beyond that.
I just shared that Magnum. I just shared it. I don't lie.
Let's have a new argument. This is the thing about Liverpool and Isak. Him being injured yesterday, the Newcastle journalist said, he's injured. He didn't travel with Newcastle. Yet we see him jogging. Okay, what is that? Like when you get injured in your thigh, you don't keep jogging in the park. One of the other things that Liverpool journalists are saying that Liverpool is still working in the background about Isak. And it makes sense for Liverpool to actually sign Isak and Ekitike for a couple of reasons. If Darwin Núñez leaves, yes, Liverpool might sign a less backup for Ekitike, but also at the same time, Liverpool are looking into the future beyond Mohamed Salah. And what's best than actually getting Isak, Mohamed Salah, Ekitike, and you get Malik Fofana, you try to get Rodrigo. They're building a formidable team. The problem with people, and now people would say I'm gaslighting Liverpool. Why was it okay for Man United to have a Galacticos when they were on top of their game, and Man City to have Julian Alvarez, to have Erling Haaland, to have all these people play at their club? But it's not okay for a club with the size of Liverpool, who are factually bigger than Man City. So now Liverpool have recorded a record revenue, which is Liverpool have never exceeded Man United in revenues. Now they have exceeded Man United in revenues.
This is the biggest difference in history, 150 million.
They have exceeded Man City. So I am sitting here and I'm believing maybe Richard Hughes is working and Michael Edwards are working on something in the background that we don't know
here's
about.
The thing about this Isak. I think you guys believe it slightly more than I do. The reason why I'm not believing in the Isak thing right now is because I believe that Diaz is going to leave Liverpool Football Club and we're going to end up with Rodrigo. Now, do I think we're going to have Rodrigo, Isak, and Ekitike? I don't think so. So that's the thing for me. So I'm just not looking at it that way right now. I think if the Rodrigo thing, like if Rodrigo says he wants to stay at Real Madrid, maybe the possibility of it increases a little bit, because then Liverpool could go look at a much cheaper option in Malik Fofana. And Lyon are in massive financial problems anyway, so 20-30 million should get it done for Malik Fofana. And then you have Cody Gakpo as your starting left winger. And listen, a front four of Wirtz, Gakpo, Isak, and Salah, I take my chances against anyone. Like I'm good in terms of like take my chances. But I don't know. Right now, as things stand, we're just waiting on this Rodrigo situation. Does he want to remain at Real Madrid? Does he want to leave Real Madrid? Where is he going to end up? And I genuinely